much time debating who should be majorly responsible for the care of their child, the father, the mother, or both. That's a conversation we've had for weeks on end. I have had so many debates with you. I've had so many different opinions be shared on this show every Wednesday at 4. And it's been hopefully enlightening for you. Hopefully you've learned one or two things. I mean, we started with just talking to you, and then I had two fathers join us, and then I had that debate with Frank, and then, it went on and on and on. And I do hope that, your life has been impacted in some way, and you've made some modifications to your behavior as a result of the conversation that we've spent at least a month talking about. Today, we're going to talk about it for the last time, because today I want us to focus specifically on why we cannot do it equally. Why shouldn't fathers and mothers have equal childcare? Why? I'm asking this specific question because last week, when we talked about childcare, I had some women who called into the show. Actually, not just last week. Every time we've had this conversation, I've had both men and women calling to the show, and they've said things like, the fathers can help out. Or they've said things like, the fathers should assist. They should assist. And every time they say that, they say help or assist, I always it always pinches me. It always what are you assisting? What are you helping? It's your child. You're not helping raise your child. You're raising your child. Because language matters, right? There's a meaning in language. And so when we choose to say men are raising their children, we're saying that they are taking equal responsibility in raising their children. When we say instead men help raise the children, we immediately, automatically are insinuating that responsibility is somebody else's and not the man's. And my question today is why? Why shouldn't fathers and mothers have equal childcare responsibilities? Why shouldn't fathers and mothers have equal childcare responsibility? Why? Why does it have to be majorly one person and then, the other person just helps out when they're available, like on the weekends, help and do assignments or supervise them when they eat? Let me play some calls that I received last week at least. There's been several calls leaning in that direction of, perhaps they should just do what they can while they're available. So I'm going to play some calls and then we'll have a conversation about why it cannot be equal between the father and the mother. Childcare. And again, let me reiterate what childcare is, because, some people hear childcare and all they hear is school fees. So childcare, I mean feeding the children, playing with the children, planning the food that the children will eat, paying attention to the hygiene of the children, getting the children ready for school, doing school run, helping them study, taking them to their doctor's appointments, moral instruction, playing with them, stimulating their minds, monitoring their habits, their behavior, all that work that goes into keeping a child alive and grooming them into a well-adjusted adult, a well-adjusted person. Why shouldn't all that work be shared equally among the father and the mother? Why do we have a situation where we frame it like, the father can just help? So here are some of the calls I received last week. Very interesting. I tell you, very interesting. Let me talk to my namesake in Ajao Estate. Hello, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra. How are you?
I'm fine. Welcome.
I don't know this your Frank and his. It's not like the fathers are males are expected to be doing it like every day, every minute, and all that. But like bringing up children, maybe if you don't have the time for family, like breakfast, Sundays are there. After Sunday, the children come on the table and their daddies are watching them take, food serve for everybody. He can say, "Oh no, this is too much." When you're there, he can do some correction, or he's not been around, but he should be involved. They can't be, taking out. They can't be exonerated. And about the, carrying of the children, changing of, he should go to the island. Though. All these young people, they don't have any house help. You see, when you go for I went for like a midnight or evening movie one day. I see also the guys, with their women wearing some bomb shorts and the men carrying the babies and all. And I was so impressed. I have cousins who said, sister, well, I'm not going to get this. We're going to do it together. And you see, when they come on holiday, you see them change pampers. Yes, they do it. You travel abroad and you see the guys doing it. When the wife is on duty and he's at home, he does it. So it's not like anybody is. And you see, I think if we agree on this, the upbringing should be involved. Women that have only boys, you see them train them to take care of the house. They sweep, they tidy up, and they do it well. Their cousins come and they take care of their cousins. Once they are trained like that, what of the doctors that are being paid? Is it because they are paid? The doctors carry the baby. In one day, 1 minute old baby. They carry them, they do this, and the nurses, the male nurses. So what are we talking about? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sandra. Thank you very much for calling. And that was last week, and something Sandra said when she started talking. She said, nobody's expecting you to do it all the time. And my question is why? Why are you as a father not expected to do it all the time? The mother is expected to do it. Why not the father? Why not? We spoke to Kike as well last week. Here's what Kike said. Hello, Kike. Welcome.
Good afternoon or in the evening.
Good evening.
Yes, please. Okay, so I've been listening to your conversation or to your topic. I've actually arrived at my destination, but I decided to park so that I can make a contribution.
Okay.
I listened to what Frank said. I really don't know how to comment on what he has said.
Okay.
I think he's a bit myopic.
Okay.
It sounds like someone who is not exposed. I'm sorry to say.
Okay.
I don't think he has good judgment about that. About who should raise a child. Basically, who should raise a child depends on what works in your home.
Okay.
What works in my home does not work in your home.
Okay.
There's a Yoruba adage or Yoruba proverb. I will just translate it into English.
Thank you.
Say, give the child the breast or give the breast to the child. As long as the child sucks the breast. Do you understand? So, like the man raises the child, the wife raises the child, as long as the child is raised. So it's only when I come out to you to say, oh, Sandra is my wife that does everything, or oh, Sandra is my husband that does everything. As long as you see my children and they are properly raised. So it's a joint effort.
Okay.
It's not the rule or the obligation. It's not to one party. It's not to one person. It's not this is the wife's responsibility or this is the husband's responsibility. In my home, for example, my husband does a lot of things in addition to whatever I do. There is no hard and fast rule to say, oh, it's your mom that must go through your homework, or it's a joint responsibility. After all, we have the children together. So I don't see it as one man's rule and it's one man's duty, one woman's duty. It's a joint responsibility. The fact that you know how your home is, you know your income, you know that, okay, it's time to pay the children's school fees. And by the time you both come together, this is how much we can afford. And then both of you will know how you can raise the money. If your husband is the one that pays the school fees, if he's complaining that the money is not enough, then you as the wife will support him. That also means that it is the man's responsibility or it is the woman's responsibility. That's the way I see it. Kike. It's both of them.
Thank you very much for calling, Kike. I appreciate it. Kike told me last week it's both their responsibility. But I got messages on WhatsApp saying, nah, that's not true. And I wonder, why is that not true? Especially today, where men and women are both working. Not like in the past when it's, just the husband going out to, fetch the bread for the family. Now, both the woman and the man are breadwinners. Either she's working in a corporate sector or she has a business that she's running. So she has a shop that she goes to. She's a market. She's selling in the market. Perhaps she's selling tomatoes and the husband is a bus driver or a keke napep driver or works in the civil service or works in a factory or drives a truck for Coca-Cola or any number of things, any number of jobs that you're doing to augment each other. It's difficult these days to see families where, only one person is bringing in income. So in a situation where they're both bringing in income, they're both leaving the house, why are we still treating childcare like it is majorly one person's job? Why is it not something that both parents should be equally responsible for? You know, the reason I'm hammering on this thing is because it has real life consequences. So it does, though. It has real life consequences. Take a listen to this call that I got from Cynthia also last week. I want you to listen to Cynthia. Hear what she said. It has real life consequences. So, hello, Cynthia. Thank you very much for calling us.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Cynthia.
On the topic on ground, I want to say, first of all, we have a very unique environment here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we have a unique environment here.
Very unique environment.
Right.
This is Africa, where it's masculine dominated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a working class mom. I work. My husband also works.
Mm-hmm.
But when we come back home, you find out that I have to do more of the house chores. I have to do more of the taking care of the children. I have to monitor if they've done their assignments. And if for any reason, maybe their school calls and maybe I fall short of all of that, I'm seen as a bad mom. It wasn't like this all the while when we started.
Okay.
When we started, he was so excited to help with the baby. But as time goes on and then he started interfering with other men and other husbands, he changed and became, I am the man in the house. So sometimes our environment also does not help. I'm of the school of thought that it's both our responsibility. I am working and I don't spend my money on myself. I spend it on this child. I spend it on our home. So why would taking care of the child become only my responsibility? I tell you something. There was a time my child had fever and they had to rush him to the hospital while I was at work. Fortunately, I had to take time off work to go to the hospital. And by the time I got there, they had given this child an IV that he was reactive to.
Oh, no.
He was almost having convulsions.
Oh, no.
By the time I got there.
Oh,
and if not for the fact that I got there at that point, God knows what would have happened.
Oh,
and I quickly screamed and told you, and my husband was there. Because he didn't know, he had no idea. The truth is that men don't understand that. You think it's just, let me just go and provide money. You don't understand that by the time you don't get involved in these children's life, they know. And they grow up to see these things. Tomorrow, he's always inclined to his mom. He's always mommy this, mommy that, mommy this, mommy that. And then you hear that these men are jealous. So for me, I think it's just our environment that has empowered men so much to think that it's not my place to take care of the child.
And Cynthia isn't alone. Women like Cynthia are plenty. There are plenty. If you have colleagues, you're a man listening to me. If you have colleagues, you have some that are mothers. And you have sometimes when you travel with them, maybe a business trip for 2 or 3 days. Have you noticed how all the time she's calling home, has Kemi eating? Have you washed Tolu's uniform? Nkechi, have you finished your homework? It's almost as if now that she's gone, there's no other adult in the house. Compare that to your colleagues who are fathers. Are they making those phone calls? No. Think about the effect that has on the careers of the women who are corporate workers, who are in the corporate sector. Think about people like that. Think about Emerald Udakaji. She's the reason we started having this conversation. She resigned her position as an assistant to the governor in her state. And a lot of people called and supported her at the time. And a lot of people said if she's working a political job and spending so much time out of the home, who will raise the children? And at that time, I remember asking, how far their papa? Why their papa no fit pick up the slack? Because if Emerald na man, all of us would expect that while he is working late in his political post, the wife will be handling the children. What we seem to be saying when we're saying that is that men can work whatever job they need because their wives will raise the children. But a woman cannot work whatever job she wants. She has to do a job that allows her to raise the children on her own because her husband will not raise them. And we'll still turn around and say, women have the same opportunities as men. Does it make sense? Remember what the glass ceiling is about. It's a show where we discuss all the obstacles in the way of women as they go through life. And childcare, as beautiful as it can be, is an obstacle. Because the person who should be doing the lifting alongside you, 50-50, is doing 10%. And you're doing 90%. And my question is why? Why shouldn't it be equal between the father and the mother? If you're a father, please give me a call. How is it happening in your home? How is it working in your own home? 01465-7190. That's the number for women. 01465-7190. For men, 0700-993-993-993. We've got Facebook. WhatsApp isn't working today, so don't send a message on WhatsApp. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. We're streaming live there. Nigeria Info 99.3. That's Facebook. Twitter is available as well. Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. Let's see who's up first. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
Yeah, is that Sandra?
This is Sandra, yes.
Yeah, top of the afternoon.
Same to
Yeah,
you.
what is there is that
What's your name?
as a teacher, I realize that
What's your name?
children always look onto hello?
What's your name?
Akigbe.
Okay, Ahibe, go ahead.
Children always look onto their father as a father. An interactive father once in a while, not constantly with their mother. Because the mother is the caterer, and the children like food and interaction with their mother because of food. So as long as men do not cook at home, children really don't associate with them like that. And then the duty of a man is a supervisor. Supervise everyday work. Ask the children, are you okay? Do you need me like this? What was the school today? That is the interactive education. That is what is expected of a man. But for a woman who value her outdoor job, because of time factor, she will not be able. She should be able to employ a responsible woman. Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay, yeah. Responsible woman to replace her as regard to taking care of those children.
So you're saying that the father's role is to supervise, not to raise his own child.
So they don't have to raise their own.
What happens if the wife dies?
And that's why men easily rush to marry another one now, because they cannot even remain alone without a woman.
What if the wife
Who will
is
be cooking
sick?
for them?
What if the wife is sick?
Yeah, that's why they are housemaid now. Don't Adam, what they call it? Abraham have a housemaid, even when the wife was childless. So it was the housemaid that was. The woman is also to supervise the housemaid, but absolutely give directives on what to do at home, and then make sure the children are okay. And then even the housemaid, make sure they are okay.
And as far as you're
the woman
concerned,
cannot take
and as far as you're concerned, that is how homes should work. You should have the mother doing majority.
That is how God made it.
God
You
made
cannot
it like
take that
that?
value.
God made it like that? When did God make it like that?
Oh, are you not challenging God?
I'm asking you. You're the one who said it, so you're the one who has to defend it. When did God make it like that?
Abraham and Sarah and many others in the Bible. That is how they raise. The man is the head of a family.
Yes, and as the head of the family, because you're saying that the man's job is to provide and to supervise, and the woman's job, and the woman's job is to cook and care for the home. But you also said that if the woman can't do the housework because she is working, she should get another woman to help her. But what about when the man cannot provide financially for the family? Should she bring another man to provide?
A man who cannot provide for the family is worse than if he there. So that's the challenge of the man.
And you don't see anything wrong with that mentality. And you don't see anything wrong with that mentality.
No, there's nothing wrong there. Why can't a man provide for his even if it's only one child?
Anything can happen. He can lose his job. It's difficult to find a new job. It's difficult to do a business. So when that happens, should another man come and provide for the family? Aibe is not there anymore. Isn't that mentality putting unnecessary pressure on the men and the women? Nene, hello. Nene's not there anymore. Nene, thank you very much for calling. Interesting. Is that the mentality that we subscribe to? I definitely don't, but perhaps you do. 99.3, hello. Okay, 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Chidimma.
Chidimma,
Calling
welcome.
from Yaba.
All right, we've got 1 minute because we have to take a break.
Okay, actually, on the topic you are discussing, I think apart from doing it 50-50, I believe that it should be a matter of availability.
Okay.
Because there are some, for example, in my family, my husband helps out a lot. Even when you were talking about some people are saying men that they don't help, he was there fuming and saying,
well, Sandra, you guys were generalizing now.
Oh, he's in the car.
I have to focus. You guys were generalizing. How can that lady say because the woman, because the husband is not there, she say women? No, please, it's not all guys. So,
what do you think about what Mr. Igbe said? What do you think about what Mr. Igbe said?
Okay, about the church woman.
I don't know if she's a church
one that
woman.
is relying on the Bible. That is putting the Bible upside down.
Okay.
That is putting the Bible upside down. Even they talk about if a man cannot provide for the family, provision there does not just mean about bringing money and everything. Provision is an all round. You see, when God talks, God does not just waste words. He says provision. It means everything, not just about bringing Bible in,
including childcare.
Let's take a break.
You can FaceTime me on the go. Baby, I got you.
In 300 meters, turn right.
You know you can call me on the phone. Baby, I got you.
In 40 meters, make a left turn.
You can reach me overseas, my dear.
You have arrived at the Glow World Smartphone Festival. Congratulations.
Welcome to Glow World, the one place everyone is going to enjoy the best deals with the Glow Smartphone Festival data plans. Get up to 12 gigabytes for 6 months on all smartphone purchases. Also get amazing gifts like headsets, Bluetooth speakers, backpacks, and so much more on select smartphones. Offer valid till the 30th of April 2021. T&Cs apply. Glow Unlimited.
Bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me. Why 2? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I don't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
Are you Africa's next leading entrepreneur? Do you have vision and passion? Are you a change maker? Then the 2021 Africa's Business Heroes competition is for you. You'll receive invaluable training and mentorship. Join a community of incredible minds. Get a chance to pitch your business and win a share of $1.5 million. For more, visit our website, africasbusinessheroes.org.
Who is this? Hello?
Now you be the lucky customer where we want dash our Adam's apple olive cream. We go help reduce the size of your Adam's apple. You go flat saute.
What's the ear no cook here? If to see I don't get data now, I don't know who they call no pick am.
No matter your phone, whether you get data or not, you say sabi what they call. Turn up Kulele Mind with MTN they call. Now 5 naira per day and 15 naira per month. Dial star 5058 hash. Make you enjoy.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
I had to read for my exams, but I feel so sleepy.
Hey, drink Amber.
Omo, this work I tire gone.
Alaye, you no go drink Amber.
I'm not sure I can meet that deadline.
You can't, Joe. Drink Amber.
This traffic na die, oh.
Guy, not to drink Amber.
That's right. With 1 can of Amber Energy Drink, you get your daily recommended dose of nutrients, vitamins, amino acids, citric acid, and a blend of guarana, a natural caffeine to give that huge rush of energy to get you through your day. And don't forget that refreshingly premium taste that is sure to blow your mind.
Last, wala for uno de drink Amber.
Amber is proudly Niger and available in stores near you. Amber Energy Drink. Stimulate the energy in you.
Need money? Rent money. Need money? Rent money. Need money?
Rent money.
Visit rentmoney.com or call 0700 5500. Need money?
Rent money.
Need money? Rent money. Need money?
Rent money.
Need money?
Rent money.
Visit rentmoney.com or call 0700 5500. Need money?
Rent money.
Before now, getting a good HMO that works perfectly for my staff was a lot of hassle. Many HMOs come with cumbersome registration. It gets worse when my staff come back to complain about the terrible service they get from these HMOs. I decided to give Reliance HMO a try based on glowing recommendations I received from my HR colleagues, and I was not disappointed. I was able to register all 100 staff in 5 minutes. I have access to a 24-hour responsive helpline and an account manager that helps me with any issue. My staff raves about the premium service they receive from Reliance HMO. They especially love the access to gym, spa, dental care, and the hospital roaming. I no longer worry myself about issues concerning HMO. Reliance HMO does that for me. I will recommend them any day.
Visit reliancehmo.com/corporate or call 0700-7354-2623 to get a quote for your company and start enjoying reliable healthcare today. Reliance HMO. You can rely on us.
They say having your first child is usually tough. Well, my wife and I had it easy, and we truly enjoyed watching Junior grow. That was before she said,
Today, I'm pregnant again.
the first thing that came to mind was that we need a new home. One with more space and all the security we can get because I travel a lot. I reached out to my friend Charles and he told me about Paradise Court. With Charles's testimony, I just had to see for myself and was completely blown away. With just 10.99 million naira initial deposit, my wife and I got our 3-bed duplex on Orchard Road, opposite Chevron Drive, Lekki. Now, that's not all. We were also allowed to conveniently spread the balance payments across 12 to 24 months. Wow, incredible! Our baby will be here anytime now, and I can't stop thinking, new baby, new house. It's all so exciting. You too can enjoy this amazing offer with Paradise Court. Hurry now and be a proud owner of your 3-bed duplex opposite Chevron Drive to begin your journey of living a life of comfort. Call 0814-990-6681.
Do you know that you can obtain a specialist degree along with professional certification? Yes, that's the Wellspring University Edge. Wellspring University offers specialist degrees in cybersecurity, software engineering, information technology, computer science, accounting, taxation, mass communication, and business administration. For other courses, visit www.wellspringuniversity.edu.ng. Wellspring University offers postgraduate and undergraduate courses. Please call 0704 255-0535 or 0907 333 0526.
It starts with great odds that only gets bigger. A game with the right shots on targets. A payout that is maxed with the best bonus offer. There are more ways to win on BetKing. Join today and claim 100% welcome bonus. Don't miss your shots. Visit betking.com to sign up today. BetKing, playground for kings.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Rama. You just dey come. Me, I don't break my fast though. With the food where they give us for here. In fact, now so kill we kill before we collect time.
So, all this stress on top say you want collect fruit for breaking fast. Don't worry yourself. Because me don't get get fruit from Adron Homes. You remember I tell you about the Ramadan promo. You save it benefit from Adron Ramadan promo package. With chicken money like 25,000 naira initial deposit. You go get food pack or shopping voucher and even spread the payment within 24 months. You no finish for day. For every land where you buy, you save go collect gift. If you can't pay 1 million income, you go collect food pack, bag of rice, goat, and even shopping voucher. Take joy body. Hey, waiting you to wait for. Oya sharply go Adron Homes. Make you save benefit from the Ramadan promo. For more Tori, make you call us for 0816-548-2627 or 0803-488-3095.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on
Nigeria info.
And today we're asking, why can't the responsibility be equal between both the father and the mother? I mean, you had one of the callers, Mrs. Aibe, call in and say the father's role is supervisory and the mother's role is more hands-on, because all children really want is food and women are the ones who are doing the cooking. Now, of course, when she was saying that, I was thinking, okay, why can't men cook? And it takes us back to a conversation that we had that led us to where we are. Because don't forget that that's where we started. We started with cooking, and then we went to house chores, and then from house chores we came to childcare. So why can't the man also cook? Why is it expected of the woman to cook? Why can't both of them cook? Why can't the expectation be for both of them? And then she also says that the man's job is to provide and supervise, and the woman's job is to cook and care for the home. Then she also said that if the woman can't do the housework because she's working, she should get another woman to help her. That's what house helps are for. But what about when men cannot financially provide for the family? Should he also bring another man to help him provide? And she was using the Bible. And then the last call that I received before the break was saying to me that people turn the Bible upside down. And one of the people in the call said, the couple that called, one of them said, well, when the Bible talks about provide, they're not talking only about money. Because you see that mentality, a man who cannot provide for his family is worse than an infidel. That is why a lot of men are dying early. Because we're teaching our young girls that, and we're teaching our young men that. And so they grow up and become husbands and wives, and the woman will fold her arms when she can take care of the family financially and say, it's the man's job. And the man is dying before his time. And when the woman is bowing under the pressure of childcare, the man is folding her arms. It's the woman's job to raise the children. And the woman is dying under the pressure. When both of them can share the jobs equally, they both provide financially, they both care for the home, nobody calls anybody an infidel. Is it impossible? I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. This is Hard Facts. Let's talk 014657190, 014657190, 0700-993-993. The first number is for women, the second number for men.
This is the glass ceiling on Hard Facts.
99.3. Hello. Thank you for calling us. Hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay, that's Sandra.
This is Sandra. What's your name?
Wow, this is my good day, Adela. That's one day I got you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Okay, the topic is quite interesting, honestly. I agree with you. I really don't see the reason why both girls cannot be shared equally. But you have to understand that some women actually love to cook. Hope you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, some women love to cook. I have friends. They don't even like their husband coming to the kitchen to help them out. So, if that is your case, that's fine. Because that's what you like doing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But whereby maybe you don't have flair for cooking,
Mm-hmm.
or you just cook because you have to cook,
Mm-hmm.
and then the man should be able to help. Do you understand? Those women are working, but they just love to cook. They love being in the kitchen. They love doing things around the kitchen. And they also have, they work 9 to 5 as well. So in such cases, it is your choice. Yes, that's fine. It's okay by you. You're not complaining. They don't see it as work. You understand? But if you're the type that you don't see it as, you don't have flair for it, please, I think the man should be able to help.
Well, we're not talking about cooking, though. Cooking was just an aside because somebody raised it as the reason why children prefer their mothers, because mothers come with food, and so they're better able to take care of the children. That the father's role in that union is to supervise, not really to raise the children. And when I talk about raising children, I'm talking about all the things that go into the day-to-day life of turning out well-adjusted children. So feeding feeding them, coming up with their meal plan, their hygiene, playing with them, doing their assignments, doing school run, etc., etc. All of that day-to-day work that goes into raising a child, right? So my question is, why shouldn't that be equally shared amongst the father and the mother? Why do we have one person more responsible for that work than the other person? Especially in 2021, where you are more likely to find man and woman both going out every day to make ends meet.
Yes, it's just mentality and the way we are raised. Honestly, it's most of our parents' fault. Like you earlier said, sometimes you see the girls, they just believe that my duty is to take care of the home and the man's duty to provide. So it's a culture thing, and I'm happy for this program because I'm sure a lot of lives are being changed by it. It should be 50-50. I totally agree with that. Whoever can, anything you can feel can do is your children, please contribute and do that. Don't wait for the other party. Because sometimes some women earn more than their husband. So in that case, you expect her to do all the work and to provide all the money. And some women are so selfish as well. Even when they earn, they believe that it's a man's job to provide. So I think this enlightenment is very good. Let people understand that the family belongs to both of you. Two of you came together and made those children. Do you understand? So everybody should share in the responsibility. Whoever, if you have more time as a man, please help with the house chores. If you have more money as a woman, bring more money. That's how it should work.
All right, Bella. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Demola.
Welcome, Demola.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Good to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Are you a father?
So, I'm a father, yes.
Okay, tell me how it works in your home.
Really, my wife is a teacher.
Okay.
She's a teacher, so the children goes to the same school where she teaches.
Okay.
Where she teaches.
Okay.
So, it has been easy for me.
Okay.
In terms of taking care of the homes.
Okay.
I have two of his siblings. My niece is with me.
Okay.
Our niece also is with us.
Okay.
So we are 6 in the family. We are 7 in the family.
Wow, that's a big house.
It's a big house. Yeah.
But what was it like before all these people joined in? I want to know what it was like for you.
Before they joined us, it wasn't easy for her because then she was not working. When we had our firstborn, she was not working.
Okay.
She was not working, but she started working after our firstborn was 9 months.
Okay. Were you involved in the care of your child or any of your children? Were you involved?
Yeah. When I get home, sometimes I help her to play with them. But when I now noticed it wasn't easy for her to wash the cloth of the baby with her hand, so I have to go for a washing machine for her.
Okay.
Because I noticed the cloth was just too much for her, so I have to go for a washing machine for her.
Okay.
And one thing is that this issue of wife not working and only the man works is not a good idea.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that's not the topic. The conversation we're having is childcare. We're focusing on childcare. That's why I'm asking you about yours.
Childcare, I will say she has 80% of the church care where I do 20% of it.
Can I ask why?
Because most thing, what I do is that when I get home, I get a teacher for them.
Okay.
I go through their notes every day because she's an English teacher, so she does most of the school activities for them.
Okay.
Even when we decide to put our first child in a boarding school in Ibadan, she has to ask me to withdraw him. And since we did the withdrawal, she has been monitoring the boy, and the boy academic has improved.
So can I ask why you're doing 20% and she's doing 80%? Why don't you think maybe it can be 50-50?
I don't think so, because the reason is that, one, I know, like Lagos as an example. I work in the island.
Okay.
I leave home 4 o'clock every day.
Okay.
If she works in the island, we both will be leaving home 4 o'clock every day.
Okay.
And like now, on my way home, she may not get home until 8 o'clock, and sometimes I may not get home until 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So if we both leave home 4 o'clock and we get home 8 o'clock, the children will sleep by 9 o'clock. So we really have no impact in the lives of the children.
But there are people who do that. So for people who do that, who both work on the island and have to come home very late and have children, how would it work for them?
I really cannot tell, but for me, we both comes together and said it cannot work. So let her do the caring, let her take care of the children while I do the hustling.
So she's teaching right now.
Yeah, she teach.
So you're both working.
Teacher. Yeah, we are both working.
So she goes out to every day to go and teach, which is a very difficult job.
Yeah, I would say it's difficult, but
she also comes home and still raises the children 80% of the time.
She goes with the children every day and comes back with the children every day.
And comes home and plans what they eat. And she comes home, plans what they eat, organizes what they eat.
For what they eat, you know, we have, like I said, I
have
my
nieces,
nephew with me.
But somebody supervises, right?
Yes.
So who does the supervising?
She does the supervising of what they eat.
And do you think it's possible for you to do more?
I don't think so. It's not possible.
Why not?
It's not possible unless if she does more of the work.
She's
for the home.
She's teaching already. What do you mean for catering? What do you mean catering for the home? Tell me what you mean catering for the home.
You see, when we talk about catering for the home, we talk about the financing of the home.
Okay, so she's not financing the home.
She's not. No. She does.
Okay.
But I does the 90% of it when she does the 10% of it.
Okay. Did you people have a conversation about how you even want to do this? Did you say, okay, honey, you will do 10% of the financing, I will do 90% of the financing? Did you have
we both agree on that? Yes, we both agree on that.
And you're fine with it?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Like now, she pays the electricity bill. Yeah, she pays the electricity bill and fills the gas. The rest, although not.
Hello, are you there?
Our agreement.
Hello? Oh, no. If you can, please call back. I have more questions, you know. I'm trying to do my best to get a better understanding of the household and see if, you know, there are more ways to get involved, you know. I mean, I have questions about, for instance, you know, like Cynthia called in last week and said when her child was ill and had to be rushed to the hospital and her husband couldn't you know, tell the nurse or the doctors, oh no, my child doesn't take this particular medicine. So some of the questions I would have loved to ask the gentleman who called in was, you know, how much of what your children need do you know? How much of what they need to get through life, to get through the day-to-day, do you know? Do you know which food they are maybe allergic to? Do you know what medicine they are maybe allergic to? Do you know what their favorite clothes is? It's all of those little things. That's what childcare is. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Yeah. You see.
What's your name?
While we are talking.
What's your name?
Jane.
Jane. Welcome.
Right. While you are talking, my wife listened to you. That man that said he is a man that cannot provide for the family was an atheist. He just got another and left, you know. When I came back from work as well, before she left for work.
Okay.
So, I mean, that caring, you know, it lies on the whole, I mean, the two people. You know, as I use myself as example.
Okay.
While I was about to go out for my daily bread, I phoned her and said, I am going out.
Okay.
While she was coming.
Okay.
After which, I came back and met her before she left for work.
Okay.
You see, and she has played her part before leaving and left the rest for me to play my part before
leaving.
So what I'm trying to say is, the child, caring is going to hold in, but a woman takes care of it mostly.
Okay.
A woman does the work mostly. It cannot be 50-50, but a man should be responsible as well.
Okay.
Not that I will do 50, my wife will do 50. No, it's not possible. You get my point?
Okay.
Do you have any questions to ask me?
I don't have any question to ask you.
Okay.
Thank you, James, for calling me. All right, let me go to Facebook. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. James says they should both do it, but it cannot be 50-50. All right, James. Thank you very much for contributing. Today's the last time we're going to have this conversation. Next week, we're going to focus on parenting, solely parenting, how we are raising the children that we currently have. Right? So we've talked childcare, taking care of them. Let's talk about that raising now that we're now doing. While the father is doing supervisory work, like Mrs. Aigbe said, what is the mother teaching the sons and the daughters? Now, I will tell you that personally, I believe that you should both share the responsibility equally because you both made the baby equally. One person was serving, the other person was receiving. That's how you made the baby. So you should both raise the child equally. You should both be invested in their lives. You should both care about what they're eating, how they're eating it, what they're reading, how they're reading it, what they are playing with, how they're playing with it, what they like, what they don't like. You shouldn't, because you're a man or male, say, oh, it's not my responsibility. The women are more responsible. I'm sorry. No, that's not true. That's your child. You're not doing anybody a favor by being available as a father. You're not doing anybody a favor by helping. You're not helping. You're raising your child. You're responsible for that child. That's what I believe. Now, next week, let's talk about what we're teaching them. What are we teaching the girls? And what are we teaching the boys? That's for next week, because that's where it starts. You see, this conversation we're having, if our own parents had taught us that a man can take care of his children while providing for his home, you won't see men being in such a hurry to marry when their wives die, because they will know that they're able to do it on their own until they are ready to move on and find a woman. That they're not finding a woman to marry sharp simply because they need somebody that will take care of the children because they're useless by themselves. If our mothers and our fathers raised us to think that a woman can provide for her family while taking care of her children, you will find more women who are not saying my money is my money and your money is our money. You'll find more women who are not saying that. You'll find more women who say, no, the money I'm making is for the family. You'll find more women who will not utter those words, a man that cannot provide is worse than an infidel. As long as he's not an irresponsible man gambling away the money, drinking at beer parlors and stuff like that, as long as he's pulling his weight, you will not say that about any man. We will both see that I, as a woman, can do this. You, as a man, can do this. There's no, women are born to, naturally inclined to. That's where it starts. It starts with what we're teaching the children that will be the radio hosts tomorrow. What are we teaching the girls? What are we teaching the boys? That's a conversation we'll have next week. We've got Shola David, who says, I pay my kids' school fees and my wife always tells me the kids will sit at home if I don't pay the fees. And she has her business she's running, but all the profit for her personal upkeep. You see? Now imagine that wife was raised by parents who told her that you're supposed to contribute to your home 50-50. Would she be doing that? No. We've got Adekbe Adeniran, who says, raising the children is not solely a woman's job. Both parents must contribute to the physical and mental development of the children. The father only contributes less if his work takes him far away from home. What if the woman's work takes her far away from home? How many women are allowed to do work that takes them far away from home? Remember, that's the reason that Emerald had to resign from her work as a politician. Because it has a spiral effect, remember? Everything is connected. So we say to women, oh, please, you're not marginalized. But then we see this thing that is in their face. It's a glass ceiling. They're seeing the other side. They can see through it. They know they can get to the other side. But there's that glass. And so they keep going until they get there. That's why a lot of people walk into glass doors. I always use that example. You walk into a glass door because it doesn't have a sign that says, watch out for the glass. And the glass is so clean that you can see the other side. So you don't know that there's a barrier there. What we do on this show is provide the tools with which to shatter that door, shatter the ceiling. That's what we try to do here every Wednesday at 4. And with childcare, the way to shatter that ceiling, to make sure we have more women at decision tables, more women in leadership, more women who are able to live life to the fullest, is to have more men stepping up to their responsibilities as co-parents. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Guy, you don't see that new funny video for Twitter? That one with the boy.
You mean this one?
What of that brother Shaggy News Kitty? Where they circulate WhatsApp?
Oh, this one.
What of that meme? Where the guy?
When mouth open like this.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.